It has been a rough start to the year for Australia and its wildlife. Catastrophic bushfires have ravaged the country, leaving more than just scars on the landscape. With more than 1 billion native animals estimated to have perished as a result, it is now more important than ever that we dedicate our efforts to conserving the biodiversity that makes Australia so unique. Australia has the worst rate of mammal extinctions in the world. More than 10% of mammal species have disappeared from Australia's landscape since European settlement, due to predation by introduced predators and habitat loss. Now more than 1,700 native animals are facing extinction in Australia. But there is hope. Australian Wildlife Conservancy is working to reverse the tide of extinctions in Australia, conducting conservation land management informed by world-class science. Our mission is to provide effective conservation for all Australian wildlife and the habitats they live in. AWC is the largest private, non-profit owner and manager of land for conservation in Australia, and one of the largest in the world, protecting endangered wildlife across more than 6.5 million hectares of the country. Over the last 12 months, AWC and our passionate supporters have achieved many new milestones for conservation in Australia. We extended our model and entered into an exciting partnership to deliver land management and conservation science on pastoral land at Bullo River Station, the first partnership of its kind in Australia. In the remote Kimberley region of Western Australia, we entered into an innovative Indigenous partnership with Willigan Aboriginal Corporation. Willigan and AWC are now working together to protect 1.73 million hectares of highly important conservation land in the northwest Kimberley. In partnership with the New South Wales Government, as part of their Saving Our Species program, we constructed the largest feral-free fenced area in Australia at Mallee Cliffs National Park. This area will become home to at least 10 regionally extinct mammal species. At Newhaven Wildlife Sanctuary, in the heart of Central Australia's arid zone, we continue to conduct the most ambitious feral predator eradication project on the planet, involving the establishment of a massive feral predator-free area that will ultimately protect 100,000 hectares from feral predators. We successfully reintroduced regionally extinct marla to their traditional habitat at Newhaven, marking the beginning of AWC's ambitious rewilding program that will see 10 nationally endangered mammals restored to Central Australia, and the global populations of at least 6 endangered mammals doubled as a result. In partnership with the New South Wales Government, under its Saving Our Species program, we successfully returned bridled nail-tail wallabies to a massive feral predator-free area within the Pilliga State Conservation Area. This historical partnership also saw the return of bilbies to Mallee Cliffs National Park, the first of 10 regionally extinct mammals to be returned. This is the first time bilbies have been seen in Mallee Cliffs National Park in more than 100 years. Our ecologists continue to carry out the largest biodiversity monitoring program in Australia, conducting a record 225,000 trap nights per annum. AWC's fire management in the Kimberley has more than half the incidence of late dry season wildfires, and our prescribed burning program in North Queensland has reduced wildfires by around 43%. We strive for more efficiency in the field, testing new technologies to monitor and survey threatened wildlife more effectively in remote locations. We continue to build our partnerships, working with New South Wales Parks and Wildlife Service, the Department of Defence at Yampi, Dambi Manyari Aboriginal Corporation and Willigan Aboriginal Corporation in the Kimberley. We removed 235 cats, hundreds of foxes and more than 10,000 feral herbivores from AWC sanctuaries. For Australia's threatened wildlife, there has never been a more important time for a conservation organisation like AWC. Together with your generous support, we can continue to reverse the tide of extinctions in Australia and restore the country's lost biodiversity for future generations.